D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So, with Avengers Endgame coming out this week, I thought I would take this time to go over some of the characters who I think could die or possibly should die or whatnot in the movie. Now, granted, this is just me guessing, and I know a lot of people have guessed some stuff before also, but I'm just going to throw out mine, and I'm only going to give you 5 that I think are going to die. And I'm going to start off with the obvious, and that is the trio. So we'll just take these one by one. So the first one I want to go over is Iron Man, Tony Stark. Now, I know that Robert Downey Jr. wants to, I mean, I'm assuming all of them want to play these characters, but I think that Kevin Feige and Marvel kind of want to move on to a new Avengers team. So in that, I think that they're trying to get rid of the old guard to move up the new recruits. So in that, I think that the trio will die, starting with Iron Man. I think that that close call in Avengers Infinity War really kind of set the tone as to, you know, we should prepare for Tony Stark to maybe possibly not be in the movies from now on. He's on the bottom of my list of dying just because I think that when it comes to Robert Downey Jr., I don't think he wants to give up this role just because, like, it's kind of, you know, his staple. Like, he does these movies and makes a lot of money when he's in them and everything. And then also the Spider-Man movies, he wants to be in those. And then I think that also he kind of just doesn't want to give up that character as far as ego goes. So then my next one that I want to talk about is Thor. Now I do think Thor could die just because I don't know if Chris Hemsworth is signed on to do any more Marvel movies after this. I really hope he does stay on as Thor because I feel like Thor Ragnarok was really the beginning of a new trilogy, and I really not the end of his trilogy. So I really hope that they do more movies in that spirit of Thor Ragnarok. But I do think that he is one of the people that could possibly die. And my last prediction with the trio, because I have 2 more after this, is Captain America. Now this one is the one that I think has the hugest possibility of dying, and that's because I think that it's in the comic books, and it's such a great storyline, him dying and then who killed him. But I don't think they'll do it like that in the movies. But in the comic books, he's assassinated on his way to the courthouse. Well, they get to the courthouse, and then he's assassinated on the steps of the courthouse, and then it's a mystery of who killed him. And I think that that's a really good storyline. Not necessarily who killed him, because we'll know it'll probably be Thanos. But there are lots of images in the trailers that would give leeway to the fact that he might die in this movie. And then moving on, another one that is kind of obvious is Thanos. Now, I don't think they should kill off Thanos, but he's the bad guy, and if you don't kill him off, then he might be able to bring him back later, and it's like, well, we already did that. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe you should keep him alive so you can bring him back later, and everything. But at the same time, I do understand if they do kill him off. I hope they don't. I really don't like it when they kill off really good bad guys, and I don't think that we've really scratched the surface of Thanos. And I really do think that they could bring him back later on and have another great storyline, maybe after this full one. We'll see, you never know. But I do think, out of everybody, I do think he is a definite going to die. And then for my last one, this one might be controversial, I don't know, some people might not like it, but I think Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel, could die / should die because it would be such a great, like, oh my gosh moment. I mean, I think that if you're watching it, I think that nobody expects Captain Marvel to die, and that's the best reason to get rid of her, because I think that when you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, this new character that we've been introduced to with Captain Marvel, and then all of a sudden she just dies, and everything. I think that would be the best surprise, you know, out of everything. I think that would be such a great surprise and such a shocker. And I know some people will be like, well, what about Captain Marvel 2? You can still do Captain Marvel 2. Her first movie took place in the 90s, and then, you know, she leaves Earth, and then there's from that point until this movie, Endgame, that you have all that time in between there to do another movie. I mean, it doesn't have to take place on Earth. So I think that it could be like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie where it takes place out in space, and you have that whole Skrull Kree war still going on, and everything, even though the Kree are refugees. So I think that she could still have a second and third movie, and still have her die off in Endgame. So tell me, what do you guys think about my predictions for who could die in Avengers Endgame? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? You can leave your comments in the section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye! Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that geek what icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, join me every Thursday where you can check out ranks and reviews, videos just like this.